Lubavad sent me after you.
Oh, I see. And did he happen to tell you why he packed us a crate of Ridgewood instead of decent ammunition? 3 waves of Watchers and Scrappers so far, and worse to come. Without that ammo, we're good as dead.
Lubavad didn't say anything about Ridgewood. He said you left the ammunition behind.
Then the old fool has gone cross-eyed. Every crate we loaded, I checked twice. The glyph said ammunition, but when we opened it, it was full of Ridgewood shafts and nothing but.
Lubavad sent me because he was concerned for your safety.
The only thing that frightens Lubavad is losing an investment. We do the work, he counts profits.
I have the ammunition with me. Enough for everyone.
By the sun. We might just stand a chance after all.
Alarms! Longleg approaching!
To arms! To arms! Watcher!
Watcher! Scrappers! See that scrapper?
Keep that for later.
You fight well, Outlander. I'm surprised Lubavad was willing to pay for someone of your skill.
He didn't pay me, actually. I did this for free.
Never trust the Karja merchant.
Boss! The Soncors are gone!
What? That's impossible. Unless Doreed took them. When the first wave hit us, one of the men ran off. Doreed. I thought he was a coward. Turns out he's a thief, too.
He couldn't have gotten far.
True, but we're in no shape to go after him.
Then I'll get him for you. But this time, I get paid.
Quick learner, eh? Fine. Bring those Soncors back and you've got a deal.
Need them soon enough. I'll find a use for you. Hello, Doreed.
Who are you?
The caravan sent me.
Caravan? What caravan?
The one you sabotaged. You figured no explosive arrows meant no survivors, no witnesses to your crime.
Look, stranger, I have debts. If I don't pay, the Dicers will gouge out my eyes.
Got you! Nothing to set it on. It's down.
The caravan. Did they live?
Yes. I got to them in time.
Thank you. As I turn and embrace the sun, may he burn away my sins.
What a waste. At least he died better than he lived.
You're back. And with the Suncors, I see. And Dorit?
A, stalker got him. It wasn't pretty.
And you beat a stalker. That's worth a bonus. Here, take my share. You've earned it. I'll see to the caravan from here. I think the rest of the trip will go smoother.
Hi everyone, so today it's just going to be a bit of filler between episodes really. I'm not really going to release this as a part. It is ultra hard mode, but I'm just trying to level up and do some of the different missions and also hunt some machines just to remind myself how to hunt and how to get rid of certain enemies. Just a little bit to rekindle some of my previous stealth that I did so well in the first few videos, and then it sort of slipped away. And certainly some of the bigger machines, I haven't got the full skill set yet, so I need to level up for that. But also taking down larger machines now I'm outside the valley is going to be a big thing, and different tactics of how to take down machines. So in this video you can see I'm just trying to get these guys on side rather than take all the striders for my chasing after this one. Rather than take the striders and have them fight each other or use it as a mount to ride away, I want to get as many as possible just so that I can get them down into the valley down there and just fight the corrupted machines for me. So I've got a few allies, at least some cannon fodder to do a bit of damage for me. There's certainly a lot of machines down here, so you can see I'm just lining them up and just putting them in the line and leaving them so that they get suspicious and they'll go and fight each other, and that will just weaken the machines a bit for me to finish off, and I'll still get all the experience for that. So it's a little bit of a cheat, but it's also a bit of a tactic, so it works out fairly well in all things said and done. But it would work better if I had strong machines on my side. These striders were the best I could find, but they do the job. They weaken the machines for me. Look, and now they're charging in. I think they're going after me, but they're actually going after the corrupted machines right now. So just pull every single strider I can, throw them into battle. At this point, he's pretty angry and pretty mad, so it'll start kicking off between him and me. But the other striders then rush in and start attacking, so yeah, there they go. And that just basically keeps them all occupied, and then all attacks going towards me are ranged. I don't have to worry about any machines coming towards me, and it just gives me the drop on this guy, so I can just take the Bellowback's health all the way down without having to get any up close and personal engagements, because he does a lot of damage. Nearly kills me, and if I'm not wearing the right armor at this point, he can kill me straight outright with one charge, which is pretty bad. If I'm gonna succeed in this ultra hard mode, I'm gonna have to remember how to like get into a fight, get out of a fight, take cover, go for stealth again, and just play tactics really. That's how I passed it the first time, just play tactics the entire time. So a lot of it was spent riding between places, so I wouldn't have to encounter any machines, or if I did, I could outride them, so I didn't have to engage every single machine. The next part was leveling up as fast as possible to get as much health and as much on the skill tree as possible, so I was fully equipped to deal with the stronger machines in other areas, since I was moving it at quite a fast pace through from A to B. Alright, now I'm having to get into it, but there's only 2 or 3 of them, so you can see I'm running out of all my ammunition, and that's the biggest thing now, really. I saw a video the other day, someone was posting, oh, you know, let's see what ultra hard mode is like. They put their game into ultra hard mode versus a Thunderjaw. But as I quite correctly pointed out, they're at that point in time, they're fighting a Thunderjaw, having played the game in maybe normal mode, or easy mode, or story mode, or even hard mode. The amount of shards you have when playing not in ultra hard mode is dramatically improved. The bows that you can buy, the ammunition you can craft, everything is really just there waiting for you, because each machine death drops enough to give you enough to fight with for a next round and then some. Whereas ultra hard mode, you maybe get 7 shards from Mabella back down. Thunderjaw I think is 25. I'll double check that, but it's not enough to do unless you get some serious parts from it, like hearts, lenses, anything that's just sellable, really. Any parts, any rare items that you can get, and of course the components that go into themselves. Corrupted machines actually have the best parts of all, because they have metal burn, which is very, very valuable. I think I sell all my metal burn because I don't have the correct bow for it right now, and it's very, very expensive material, so it's the more I take down that are corrupted, the more I will sell, because it's gonna get me a lot of money, and that goes, well, a lot of shards I should say, and that goes towards anything that I do want, maybe a new bow, maybe a new stealth outfit, or anything like that. In the end I went for something that was anti-corruption, so that I could withstand corruption a bit more, so I could go after more corrupted machines. I should have stuck with stealth, as it turns out, but hey ho, you live, you learn. So yeah, I just wanted to take these guys out of range and then steal their metal burns, sell off to maybe buy something new. But you can see here I'm burning through arrows, and I really hate that I'm doing that, mainly because if you're out in the wilds, the best thing you can do against 1 or 2 machines, watchers, scrappers, even like chargers if you must take them down, is to use your spear, really, rather than your arrows, because it's better that you can stealth. Or even if you do get in the fight, and you saw earlier in some of the clips earlier, and you'll see again in the later clips as well, I use my spear a lot in fights, more than most. Most people head for the bow and just grab your bow and start shooting, but I use my spear a lot, and I strike from above. I can, if you can jump on top of like a rock formation, that's like, there's these rocks to the side here, and if I can get on there, I can jump down on top of an enemy, and then so I'm going for the blaze on his back, but it's protected, so I'm trying to shoot it off, but obviously that's not happening. But I've just got one on his own, and the rest is suspicious, so I just want to take this guy down solo, but then the rest turn up. So but yeah, I basically just trying to outwit the enemy and just keep them on their toes. So I'm just rolling, use my spear, roll, spear, roll, spear. So they do a hit, and then there's a small amount of time where they have to recover before they do another hit. So he's recovering there, I do a strike, and then I'm rolling away. He goes for another strike, but then they both do the strike. I get them both with that one, which is kind of nice. And then they run off. So it's just standing there. That one's easy. When they charge in like that, I just want to roll out the way, let them do their initial attack, and then let them do an initial attack, and then just back in with the spear. You see me doing that a lot, and that's not the best way to get parts, but it will save a lot of ammunition. How much would it take me to get them down all the way? Quite a lot. I think I go for the side there, yeah, and that takes out the machine. But spears are the best way. Well, your spear is the best way of conserving ammunition. Not long from now, the problem I have is I want to go to the Frozen Wilds to get my spear upgraded and get my spear upgrades. But I can't do that right now because I'm too low a level, and the fire claws would absolutely rip me in half. Just everything would rip me in half up there, so oh boy, I can't do that right now, but eventually I will get up there. I have gone up there on ultra hard mode before. It has been a nightmare, but I have been able to do it. Oh. So a couple of these I found challenging because I accidentally stealthed the wrong area. Some of these machines, didn't time that very well, and then got stuck in the drink. Really didn't like that. Thought he'd go for the wire, he did not. Then I'm stuck clawing for safety, but I can always get above him, and then it does that. There's that brief window where it says strike from above, and I'm looking for that window and I keep missing it. Newsflash, I didn't do well here, but yeah, and then his friends come in. So I've only got a bit of time really, and I keep going back for it. There it is. So the idea is if I can get that coming up, you can see even after I do a takedown, they take a little time to come in, and I'm just guessing on like their positionings and where they're gonna be. But a lot of this time I'm just trying to get above them onto the higher ground, so the rooftops are an interesting point here, that you can get onto some of these roofs and jump down, and I think I use that as a tactic later. But unfortunately this fight didn't go too well for me. I didn't start it well, my stealth wasn't brilliant, and it cost me in the end, but with my life. But certainly I didn't take into account the machines behind, so they're already onto me and coming in even before this guy goes down, which has already put me at a disadvantage. So the first thing I have to do is roll away rather than engage, because there's two watchers, and maybe I can sneak round and do a little attack from behind, but I'm a little too impatient. Rust always did say patience, but here I wanted to take the one coming towards me, and the stealth locked in on that one. I think maybe because I was looking at it, but yeah, so the alert's already gone out, so I'm just trying to get above him again. And again, it doesn't go great for me, but I actually managed to pull this one off because I get very lucky with a rooftop in a minute. This I didn't know about, so that watcher jumped and just destroyed the front part of that, the roof of this forsaken village we are in right now, and it just destroyed it. It just took it all the way off. You can see there, like, in the bare bones, and at some point later today I did put a camera in there and have a little look around just to see what's inside these cottages, but they're just absolutely tearing it to shreds. So I was a little wary about being on the roof after seeing that, but I quickly realized that only like a direct attack on me would destroy that part of the roof. Them snapping and walking around won't really do much towards it, so I was alright after that. I realized I could stay up there pretty much indefinitely, and you can see I'm getting some very nice kills, and the watchers are around the other side, so even though they flash me, it's going to take them a while to respond. I can just jump out the way and get out the way and just lead them back and lead them wherever I want to, really. But again, I'm burning through ammunition, and I hate to do that, so I'm back on the roof. And then just when I finished them off, I messed up that shot big time. I should have slowed down time when it was when I'd drawn the arrow back rather than when I was drawing the arrow back. Messed up the jump, messed up the assassination of that watcher there from the strike from above, but got him enough that I'm fairly happy now that he's in significant turmoil, that I can do a few nice spear strikes. Got to watch out because I've still got there I take the antidote so that I don't get affected by the metal burn, and that does a lot of damage if I step in the in the red. Really, it does a lot of damage, which I wonder about. Like in the new one coming up now, we got Zero Dawn, Forbidden, and then Forbidden West coming up, and the red like is spreading, and it's a blight. They're saying it's a blight, and I wonder if like the red from their footsteps is seeped into the soil, or if it's the ferns that we hide in. But something is creeping across the land that is destroying everything. And I think again, it's like almost like Hades, or something's just causing. Even if like, I think it's Arthur, isn't it? The land is Arthur. So if it's gone, if the AI has gone haywire, and it's not a full true AI, but if it's gone haywire to the point where it thinks that, you know, it needs to carry on growing an organism, life must grow. You bring it down to the basic creep of like it's ferns, it's like just an assault of nature almost. It's going to be interesting. I've got a lot of ideas, and I'm not sure how much is going to be in the game, but it's could be from like the corrupted watchers and the corrupted machines, and it's seeped into the land. Could be the ferns that we hide in throughout the entire game, which are just creeping across the land. Could be something with the AI, or Hades through the AI, or it could be something completely different. But something I would like to see is, we've seen certainly in this game, Ted Farrow talked about our innocence, and like Apollo was scrapped for an innocent future and a world without technology, and with just people learning as they go. Now I'd like to see the reverse of that, the abuse of technology. Really, we saw of that really a bit in the past, and how the past affects the world as we know it right now. But I'd like to know if the masters are abusing technology, and if they don't have, because it's interesting to note the Odyssey, the ship that was meant to carry humanity away from Earth in a final bid to survive the Pharaoh Plague. I want to know if they said that they gave alpha build of the Apollo. So they gave the Apollo was alpha build, which kind of says to me that it was not completely finished, and that they installed a lot of safeguards to prevent misuse of power and technology. But had that been put into place later on, was the alpha build all this knowledge, all this power, and all this like looking into the future, and like, hey, we'll give you like, it's like giving a nuclear reactor to a caveman, really. It's like saying, hey, you can have all of this, you can have all of these brilliant ideas right fed to you, and we'll give you no handbook on how to use them. And it's abuse of power to the absolute fullest. And I'd like to see a bit of that, like, what would happen if we didn't have the innocent future? What would happen if someone said, here is all the information you'll ever need to build anything ever, off you go. And if someone in another part of the world is using or abusing that technology, how and to what extent, what are they using that for? Is it all personal gain? Is it to influence the tribes? Is it to try and like destroy our world, to create their own without any thought to human life? something like that. But this is just coming to the end of the video now, and I just like to explore that in a little bit more detail, a non-innocent future really. But I think really as well, there's a couple of things a little few projects that I'd like to work on now. I've got a few more videos to go before we get to a significant other sort of significant pace. We've got the Karja Fort and taking down the Corruptor up there, and then I've got to go over the mountain and then continue onwards, and I haven't done that yet. So just to give you a bit of an insight, I did a lot of side quests in this valley, just to level myself up before I attacked the Karja Fort, and even then I still had trouble taking down the Corruptor. It wasn't a clean fight by any means, but it was a victorious fight, which is good. Preparation is everything, and I forgot about that on this one, but I left a lot of traps. I knew where all my wires were, so I could go back for some serious damage on these guys. Another thing I'd like to do, and I need to talk to the guys about this one, is I know that D and Lego and even Voodoo, they like their Horizon Zero Dawn as much as me, and I'd like to see like a debate going. Maybe do a live party chat with them and see, or even a recorded party chat with them, and see what their thoughts are on the Forbidden West, or any, like, General Harris talked about after enduring victory, he talked about his allocation of crimes, and he said, let the people of the future decide my fate. Well, since we're the ones playing the game, I suppose it should be only fair that we decide whether he was guilty or not. And we can say, yes, it was, you know, it was really all Ted Farrow, but really was it? Who else was to blame? There was a lot of different factors. There was the Scott and Frost incident with the law and the politicians taking power in government and corporations taking power in government. So there is a lot of factors that led to the Pharaoh Plague. And who was, if would have been nice if I hit him there, is General Harris to blame? Is Ted Farrow fully to blame? There's a lot of blame to be spread around. There's also a lot of ideas of how to save the world afterwards, and who took responsibility and who took credit for it, and who helped to save the world in the end, or at least begin a new one. So I'd like to talk to them about that, and get a debate going with them, which I think would be interesting. I think we'd cover a lot of points. I think between us all, really, because we always have a chat open. We have a party chat open, well, a little just text chat open back and forth for the last year, I think. And we always talk and share information and ideas on there, and just having that back and forth is really nice, and I like for you guys to share in that to some extent, so that we maybe can get a chat going. I'll talk to the guys and see what they want to do, if they want to do it or not. I mean, we all need to have microphones. I'm not sure if everyone does, but I'd like to see some sort of discussion going on. I'd like to hear their opinions, because I always like to hear their opinions, as well as your own, actually. If you have any opinions, or anything you'd like to see, anything you want me to go over, or maybe more videos, or just in general discussion, let me know, put it in the comments. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to see more. And I'll leave you there with my final takedown. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.